Right, so I start this morning on us being so Trini, right? Because as a people, we are proud, and I'm not saying pride in the wrong way, because there is that negative, damaging pride as well. But we are proud people. We we hold strong to certain things. We hold fast to many positive aspects of our culture. Of course, it have one or two little aspects of our culture that could go in the wrong direction at times. But we embrace so many things that are positive and that are somewhat uniquely Trinbagonian, right? We like to think that way. If we look across the world, though, at other cultures and other people and places, we may find that, other people practice some of the habits and the cultures that we practice. Indeed, a lot of what we have derived from other people as well. But we are proud, generally, as a people. And we would have taken some pride yesterday in the Night Riders, right? Doing their thing in cricket, right? A good performance there. I always say that, and it has become almost a hashtag, I probably have to promote it as a hashtag as well, that sport is the spirit of our communities, right? We align, we connect strongly with sport and through sport. It is something that we gravitate to as a people. It is something that we thoroughly enjoy. Right? Don't get between us and we football and we cricket, and then by extension, Trinbagonians are involved in so many other sports as well, and we excel in those sports, right? Big up to all the national swimmers as well who represent in a big way. Big up to our track and field stars who have also been representing as well. Even others, right? I don't need to call names, Jerry Richards, Walcott, everyone who continue to put us on the map, but others who have certainly put us on that world map. And then there are the smaller, quieter people whose names are echoed in our communities as well, right? So a tremendous tournament last night in Maloney came to an end. For those who do know, they call it Kings of the Cage. Right, it's a small goal competition that takes place over some weeks, but we do enjoy even that form of futsal, that court. We're going to take a court sweat. We're going to take a 4v4, a 5-on-5, the basketball court, wherever, the street. I've seen young people enjoy themselves, right, and share the enjoyment of sport with each other in conditions anywhere they get to take a sweat, right? On the end of the road, sometimes in the middle of the road, according to how quiet the village or the area is. Right, sometimes just a little grass patch or a little concrete patch that is available wherever, whenever. If you get lights, well, it could go till very late. Right, last night, not just the people of Maloney, but certainly the residents of Maloney came out, but even people from beyond just that community alone filled the indoor basketball complex and thoroughly enjoyed a positive, exciting, entertaining, enjoyable competition. So I want to really thank and give credit to the organizers, people who have been working for quite some time. This is not the first edition, right? This is, I think, could be 6 already, right? My boy will correct me later, and well, some of us maybe we may have patronized the event, we would know. Incident free as well. Incident free. And there was not so much that presence of police or whatever. It's just that they didn't come out for that. People came out to enjoy. People came out to support the home team as well. Right? Just so happened that, you know, I support our team on the night. Right? I have not been following the competition this year as much, but I usually support. There's a team called Wolfpack, for those who know, a real good minor league team. If my team is not involved, I also have a team personally that I even play with. But the local La Hocketa team, the local Maloney team, with a player or two from La Hocketa, ended up winning the competition. So the residents, the home side, the home residents were thrilled. Were thrilled. I remember when the first goal scored yesterday, or last night, they ended up in the stands just celebrating the first goal. Again, credit to the organizers and even the officials as well. They understand the atmosphere of the game as well. So nobody can get no cards for that. But the players headed up into the stands, you know. I was like, oh, what kind of thing is that? We had a stoppage of a good minute and a half, 2 minutes. I don't know if some of the fans, some of the residents wanted to let go of the players, you know, who they were jumping up, pulling on to when they scored that first goal. Of course, small goal, sometimes it's hard to score as well. Eh? So one goal often determines who wins and who loses. But in the end, as the game came to an end, the 1-0 opened the way for a couple other goals because obviously the other side had to press forward. They almost scored as well once, and in the frustration, one of the players got sent off on the next side, and then to play 4-3, they ended up losing 3-0. But it does not tell the full story of a game that went from normal time at 0-0 to extra time, and in the second half of extra time, Squad Elite is the name of the team, was able to grab that win. Sport is the spirit of our communities. It drives us, it brings us together, it puts a smile on our faces. We love sport as Trinbagonians, and all that we need to do as administrators, as coordinators, as those who have the responsibility of managing the resources of our country, is to support those who make these things happen. Right? The people who have been doing it for time. Some people have been doing it out of their own pocket, out of love, out of their own heart for so long. All we need to do is just connect with those people and empower them. I myself, a couple of weeks ago, would have supported someone in the Port of Spain community. You know, I said, gosh, but you're really going to do this now? Things are a little bit tough, you know, transitions in government, short period of time to organize and to really get some support and stuff. I say, sure, you want to do this now? But of course, it is this period of holiday as well, so many children are outside of school, you know, at home in their community as well, with not that much to do. And, you know, keeping them involved in sport and other activity helps to keep them away from some of the negative things that they can get involved in. We all know, right, the wisdom that is imparted upon us, the devil finds mischief still for idle hands to do. And we must put things in the hands of our young people to do. We must put the bat in their hand, we must put the football at their feet, and whatever else we could provide and coordinate. So, you know, I myself was involved in really helping to make it turned out to be not even just one day of sporting activities, because the community thereafter, the children were like on the following day and a couple days after as well. We wanna play, you know. So the implements, the footballs, the bat, the other stuff that was provided for by the Ministry of Sport, thanks to the Minister, Mr. Watts, as well, on short notice, right? On short notice. Thanks so very much. Those things that were provided have been used continually. I'm sure maybe today and all, this afternoon, they're going to come out and say, let we take a sweat. Right? They'll kick them football until they bust, and enjoy themselves. You know, and we were able to provide a little bouncy castle, some popcorn, some refreshments, things that go a long way in the psyche of a young child. That smile, that enjoyment, that memory of happiness, of joy, that experience, you know, that laughter with your neighbor as you jump and you fall along in the bouncy castle as a child. It does something as well. It positively impacts on the psyche of a human being, not just then, but even going forward. So those people who have been doing and continue to do so much with so little, all that really needs to be done is to empower those people further, to encourage that type of giving, that type of coordination, to empower those people as leaders in their community. Give them that respect and that assistance that they deserve. And they do the rest. They do magic with so little. You know, I've also been saying that a little love goes a long way. So imagine when we show so much love, how far as well it can go. You know, so I really wanted to start off on that note this Monday morning, right? You know, I like to bring the positivity before we go in sometimes to some of the issues that we face, the other issues that we face, because we have other issues as a nation, obviously, right? And as we talk in a nation, hot on the agenda, hot on the press, is that understanding of who we are and how we celebrate who we are, right? Independence, what it means to us, Trinidad and Tobago, right? What nationality means to us, how we celebrate it, right? We're getting into the hour after the break, and I reserve my opinion to a certain extent. I'll give it a little bit, but we want to hear from you. We want to hear from the callers, the listeners. You know, what does it mean to you, and what do you think about the obvious? We have some changes this year, right? We have some changes, and again, change is something that human beings often find difficulty with. In the nature of a human being, we usually find comfort in what we are accustomed to. So when things are not the way we are accustomed to, we tend to grapple with it. We tend to be disturbed in different ways. So we'll get into that into the next hour. You know, I'll share what the news has. A number of people have weighed in with their opinions as well. And as I said before on this program, we welcome the opinions of everyone. And we welcome people to think about issues and share their opinions respectfully. And then we could all think about what is shared and formulate our own opinions as well. I'm still formulating in my mind, giving it a bit of thought. So I want to listen to what callers have to say as well, and think about what they have to say and their opinions as well before I shape a view 100%. All right, so we take the break, and we'll be back.
919 FM.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Light up your weekends at Vibes Nightclub, Tobago's hottest spot. 3 epic nights of music and energy await every Thursday. Karaoke Thursdays. Kick off at 8 p.m. with free entry. Grab the mic, unleash your inner star, and sing all night. Beers on special for $10, 2 Campari for $25, and giveaways for the best singers. Every Friday, Limers Fridays. Kick off at 8 p.m. with free entry. Vibes with your crew and enjoy beers on special for $10, 2 Campari for $25, and 2 White Oak for $25. Every Saturday, Raw Saturdays. Everything goes, nothing but good vibes. Free entry and an all-star DJ cast to bring the vibes. Vibes Nightclub is where Tobago shines. Join us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for music, fun, and unforgettable nights. Don't miss out. Your weekend starts at Vibes.
The #1 bookstore in Trinidad is having the biggest back-to-school sale for the holidays.
Shop at Sharon's Bookstore for the biggest back-to-school sale.
All your kindergarten, preschool,
primary, secondary school,
and tertiary education supplies at ridiculously low prices. Sharon's also carries a wide range of sneakers, socks, t-shirts, vests for girls and boys,
and much more items for school. So don't miss Sharon's back-to-school sale.
Now on Eastern Main Road, San Juan, Tunapuna.
2 locations at Trin City Mall, ground level and first level. We're also open on Sundays from 8 a.m. Check us on Facebook for up-to-date info and promotions. Also, message us for a quick response.
Don't miss the biggest price meltdown at Furniture Plus this summer. Shop dining room sets from $15.99, bedroom combos from $20.69, plus free delivery with select living room furniture. Shop the best deals at Furniture Plus today.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Good morning again, Trinidad and Tobago. We are back. So we said we would go into the topic of independence and, of course, the cancellation of a parade this year.
The time is 7 a.m. This time check is sponsored by Nescafe Ready to Drink. It just hits different.
And the playlist right, it hits different. Can you feel that shift? Nescafe Ready to Drink. On the road, we on the go. Just grab your crew and grab your boo. Hits different, hits different. Vanilla latte mocha. Hits different. Nescafe, the party never over.
Nescafe, ready to drink.
Apologies about that. The timer for the ads is a little bit off sync, man. Normally that comes in with the ads, right? Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm not going too good today, no? I'm not going too good today.
Right.
I'm mad like hell.
Monday morning, you're mad, boy. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, boy. I'm mad since Friday. Boy, that independence thing that they're banning there, I totally against that. That, to me, is like a cop-out with the security system. What's not for it? Russia have all kind of threats, all kind of terrorists and all kind of things. They don't still have the thing. America, 4th of July, them have terrorists and man just get up a day just so and shoot up people. They don't still have the thing. Why we can't have the both of we nation be celebrated? Why? That giving me a thing in my brain that the people who supposed to be in charge of Homeland Security don't know what they're doing. Just like the commissioner, but as I say already, I don't like that commissioner at all because the first thing he do as he get in office is to call a state of emergency. That giving me a thing in my brain telling me that he don't have a clue how to solve crime. You understand? And I find people have to move away from this thing anytime they vote for a party, wherever the party do, they go along with it without questioning and just going along blindly. Listen, one of the reasons why PNM out of office is because of that same thing, not listening to the people and the sycophant and them that going along with anything they say is what had them in the position they're in right now. We need to come out of them kind of thing. This is 2025. All them old time backward thinking. You're supposed to come out and move forward. You know how much children looking out for that parade in the ending of the month? I have a niece here right now who came to Trinidad. She's supposed to be going back home on the 20th and decided to change her flight just to stay for the celebration because she said she done here already in August, better she stay on for the celebration and now they come and they ban it. This thing with the fireworks too, oh God, that is once a year. How long that taking? All them animals are wrong by the zoo and them get accustomed to that every year. Them don't know that going to happen already. Them are boy, I find it a set of square pegs in wrong hole and we need to really look into them thing and look at the bigger picture. Look at the picture like they're taking back the lands from the Syrian down the island. Look at the picture that they're taking back the lands from down Shagaramas that they confiscate and take up piece of the road. Look at all them things. Look at getting back DSS money for poor people with the other regime take away from it. Look at them things.
Yeah.
You know, this thing that the banning the independence parade, that's the both of the nation. I have a serious problem with that. No, I'm not saying I'm still supporting the government, you know. I'm still supporting them. I don't want PNM to get back in office. But we have to question movements that they're making too. It must not be no bobblehead dolly on a dashboard in a car.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care who come for me, you know. I say what I say and I mean what I say and I don't care what nobody say or nobody think. It is what it is by me.
Yeah.
Have a blessed morning.
Yeah. Thank you very much. On Friday, the government announced the cancellation of the 2025 Independence Day Parade and associated state-sponsored events, and it will not fund a national fireworks display. So those announcements were made. Obviously, there are people who look forward to those activities every year, and that would have presented a change in their minds for sure. Good morning, brother. What happening?
Good morning, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, man.
Cancellation of the parade?
Yep.
Well, for what? Well, that parade, what does really benefit we? Spend an X amount of money in that parade. What we do, we blow up the place, money done. Right now the country have no money regularly running on fumes. That we can save our money for the national security to get proper vehicles and van and things there. And now I call it Oil Rick. He against the parade. Tell red shirt want to see the parade and things there. Went through the COVID 2020 and when the government, the government ban it, me ain't come out and ball them on the train. I want to see the fireworks.
Right. No, well, I mean, I mean, it depends on the circumstances, KFC. So if we have a state of, COVID-19, which was extremely challenging in terms of the spread of that and the understanding of what it was as well, and you have no Independence Parade to stop the spread. Well, there's a different circumstance. I also want to outline the circumstances under which they have said that we're not having a parade this year, right? But it doesn't mean people still support, people still support the government, but just the particular issue, some people have a different view on it. And that's fair and that's fine. People have the right to express themselves.
Everybody, true. Everybody has the right to express themselves.
Yeah.
Well, no, to express themselves for the last 9 years, we'll hear them come out and talk and so on for what?
So
some was taking everything in the field, eating everything.
So, some people have been speaking for 9 years, and some people haven't. Right? No problem at all, brother. Blessings.
Yeah, love.
Love all the time. Good morning. Morning, Mr. West. Welcome.
Well, thank you this morning. I was tempted not to call,
All right. We want your opinion on the topic, man. So I'm glad you decided to.
Yeah. What has happened here in this country here is that people have to get serious in this country. Now they're running a country, you're running a paper. This is a country, and you have to be serious. And in America and England and other more developed countries, you have what you call the intelligence community. Our intelligence community is really based on the protective services, maybe the army, the police, and whatnot. And they're the ones responsible for the enforcement of the criminal law in this country. And people may have their problems in terms of the credibility and the trust in the police service. Notwithstanding, that is what we have to rely on. And a government has the primary responsibility of any government is the safety and security of its people. And if the security services tell you that they have intelligence and whatever it is, probably people are, and that is common, that is well known. You don't have all these people, top officials gathered in one place. That undermines the security of the state and stability. Because if you have a set of people, like those top people there, and something should happen, let's say somebody come and blast up and kill, it's total mayhem, it's state of nature, you're talking about Hobbesian state of nature. So the fact remains is that we have to rely to some extent, to a large extent, or probably rely on them totally for their intelligence. And if they say, listen, it is unwise to proceed with this thing because, and they give you reasons, you would be, you're talking about people not heeding that intelligence, and let's say something happened, right? Some disaster occurred. Who would be responsible for it? Is the government? The police will say, listen, we give them intelligence and they fail to act. And therefore, I don't know. People have their views and whatnot, and in this country, people have their divergent views. But with me, I am saying you have to rely on the institution. Yes, most of those so-called independent institutions, they have in fact collapsed. But I'm saying that is all we have to rely on, and it would be foolhardy, right? If any government, having received the intelligence from the police, the security services, they fail to act, it would be a serious dereliction of duty neglect. You don't want government like that. That is what you have to rely on. And the fact remains is that if you postpone, and if they're able to justify why they're going to postpone the whole thing, the question of this firework business, we know that in itself has its hazards. You have old people, you have people with their heart problems, with their blood pressure. You also deal with the animals and all this. They are affected by that. And I am not, and I'm saying that I would support the move by the government for the simple fact that the government is responsible for the safety and security of this country. This country has been a Mickey Mouse country for a long time, and we have to get out of that.
Yeah.
Treat matters seriously. Treat it seriously. This no Mickey Mouse thing.
I want to challenge your mind with something though, Mr. West.
Yes.
You see, trust is essential, and I feel as though there is an issue of trust between the population and our leaders, but also by extension what is directed by our security apparatus. So when Trinbagonians hear that the government cited reasons of ongoing national security operations under the state of emergency and advice from security experts, I'm saying many Trinbagonians take that not just with a pinch of salt, we take a pound of salt, you know. We say, what them really, them for real?
Yeah, Mr. Ford, I agree with that, because what I'm saying here is this, is that over the years, trust in politicians, trust in the police and the security services, that trust has eroded, that confidence. We accept that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that given what is happening in this country today, this country up with Hobson, life is short, nasty and brutish in this country. Every day picking up people all over the place. This fact, something has, and I'm saying I have reasons to some extent, even though there may be a growing distrust. So on the side of caution.
Of caution. All right. Yeah, I hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. On the other issue of fireworks, of course, the fireworks celebration is not necessarily something that we have to embark upon, and the government has said that it will not sponsor those, fireworks celebrations given the security concerns. In particular, that is the specific advancement that we have been given. There's a lot of other talk around, but that has not emanated from the government itself as an official statement. Some people would say that the spending, the money could be spent in a different way and better, and that is fine. That is warranted as an additional advancement, but specifically the real reason that is given, the official reasons, are not those reasons. And obviously, yes, they have been speaking about the effect of fireworks as well. Sorry, I missed that call, and it was an international call as well. So feel free to call back, and I will take your call, right? So we have to be intelligent about what is taking place. We need to listen to what our leaders are telling us as well. Sorry to the caller a little bit before. No, the animals do not get accustomed to the fireworks, even though every year they have suffered, the noise that really startles them tremendously, right? They don't get accustomed to it. I don't think so at all. Right? So just lower your radio. Good morning, caller.
Yes. Good morning, brother.
Morning. Welcome.
Let's good that the conversation between you and that last caller.
Yeah.
And my question to this now is so what is the real reason? Is it a security concern, or is it a financial concern?
It is a security concern. Our government has clearly stated that it is a security concern, and that is why Mr. West and others as well would say they want to err on the side of caution, because you cannot play with security concerns, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah?
So, okay, I heard it out there, I understand. So then, why the why the talk of the financial aspect of it and saving money and things like that? I mean,
so people would also advance those issues as positives out of the cancellation, That's what people have been offering as additional positives, so to speak, right? So two major issues were raised: the fireworks in terms of the harm and the disturbance to the elderly, the young, and to animals, etc. So they've brought in this policy of silent fireworks, which is something used internationally. You still get the color and the entertainment of the visual aspect of the fireworks, but you don't get the boom. You don't get that, right? Those points were raised, but also the point of national security is the major factor that has been advanced to us as a population, why the parade itself has been cancelled this year. And again, this year, we're not saying that it's cancelled continuously, but this year.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So let's take some other calls. I see quite a few people on the lines. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Fuan. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
What the only problem I have in with the proclamation from the government with no independence is because when the statement first came out, it was prayer, a day of prayer. You wasn't hearing anything about security. You wasn't hearing nothing about that. Protecting, you wasn't even hearing anything about fireworks. You was hearing a day of prayer. That way was clear. But then with the comments that was coming out after, because people were making comments like when Ola mentioned it, you know, people laugh and they laugh and so on. Then after that, about 2 days after that, you start to hear about security reasons. But before, it was a day of prayer. And that is the problem I have in. It's sounding like it's a flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. And if you say something today and say something tomorrow and say something the following day, you will confuse the population. So that is my problem, Mr. Fuad. Right? When they started, when they came out with the statement, it was supposed to be a day of prayer. That is what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I might have to correct you there, because initially when the press release was made, the reason stated was because of national security, and they went in further to explain the threat of government officials all gathering in one place, and even the security apparatus being all engaged at that point in time. Sorry, caller. Good morning. Welcome.
That's all right. I know you're having a tremendous task on your hand this morning.
Yeah.
With these callers calling in. A very nice topic, and you know, it helps to keep the country engaged. I like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, I live outside, as you could see my number.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yep.
And on this, I could only go by what I get in the news media, or what, you know, people call and say, tell me, or you read the Guardian or anyhow, that be so. On my take with this Independence Day parade, I have serious concerns on the way it was handled. All right? I have serious concerns because I don't think that enough is being given to the community to show the serious security concerns really SOE. All right?
Yeah.
All we hear is, yes, this happened and that happened and that happened and we get this and we get that. So we're not getting any tangible. That's all we getting, right? I say so and that is that. No. One thing I would want to say, yesterday I heard that someone in authority, I don't know who it is, came out and make a statement that the government saved some sort of millions of dollars by not having the parade. I totally disagree with that. No country in the world should ever equate their independence with money. No amount of money. You should cancel. This independence is so very important. We fought for this from colonialism. You're going to equate your pseudo freedom with money?
Mm-hmm.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense, and you realize now that a lot of the statements that came out of this situation, you know, is being challenged. Because 1 minute you say this, next minute you say that, next minute you say the other. Right? Okay, yes, you say the main issue was the security concern. But I could remember in 1990, right, there was a security concern, and the parade still went on, you know. And I think that Trinidad and Tobago has evolved in terms of the security forces being able to handle any situation. You know, so I think the government should slow down and not come out of this, you know, agitative kind of one-sided posture and get down to building back Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
I am not a UNC, right? But I am Trinidad and Tobago first. All right?
Yeah.
So you have a blessed day, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, peace be on you and the Prophet Muhammad. And let's see how we could move this country forward together instead of this constant backbiting and this bickering and this pointing fingers, you know.
Yeah.
Because issue should never be an issue for any country's independence. Have a blessed day.
Yeah. Thank you very much, caller. So, you know, a number of views raised there as well. And we welcome everyone's views on the topics. Let's continue to take some calls because the lines are busy. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, man. Welcome. What's up?
I am best, but I said this, well, before I said, see if I supported it or not. Yes, Independence Day is very special to the children, to our patriot, to our country. And yes, we understand what people do to fight for our independence. And it's something where we feel proud that day to see our planes, our boats, our police truck, our fire truck, our soldiers, our doctors, our Coast Guard. We feel proud as Trinidadians. We feel proud. And I will say this, I do support cancelling Independence Day this year. I support it next year. But if 1 year we have enough fireworks and parade, I think that shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue. I instead of going by the money part, because one thing I agree with the gentleman about, you can't check money for celebrating our Independence Day. There's no money involved that they put it possibly billions in that to celebrate that. You possibly seeing red, white, and white flag in the sky on Independence Day. You seeing all the streets and them, all the roads, all the communities and them. Hold up. Hello?
I say even that you can't overspend too much, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Overspend too much. Yeah. Right. So I said, what? Next year, I sure we will get the parade. I sure we will get the fireworks and it's back normal. 1 year we didn't kill us forward. 1 year we didn't kill us. I give the government the benefit of the doubt. This time and this year around, I give them the benefit of the doubt. And I hope that next year, well, I believe next year that we will have our parade. It's not about race and it's not about speaking about Independence Day, but you know what I mean? So I say that yes, Independence Day is very important to Trinidad and Tobago, to any country, any country. It is important. Yes, we love to see our soldiers and our defense force and everybody knows, and doctors and traffic wardens and all them mahjong, you will think, yes, we love to see that. Government gave their reason, and the benefit of the doubt. I know that in the next 4 years to come under them leadership, I believe that we'll be seeing more Independence Day. I hope that the Independence Day will be better, and the fireworks will be better next year. So because that we could put more money, we get better fireworks, and we'll get a better parade. Because sometimes the fireworks are going to see fireworks on the fire like, okay, every year the same fireworks, the same thing. There's no star in the sky. There's no actually not the big one. You know what I mean? When you watch the world fireworks, you see many things in the fireworks. You see that mark up USA when they shoot fireworks. I mean, so you look to see something new every single year with the fireworks, but it'll be the same thing. Like the good is starting late. The things coming soft. So it has issues too along the way with our independence. You know, it has issues along the way with our independence. So I really come down hard on the government this year. I really have that's about me. I will tell people, do something constructive in your community. So Independence Day, keep our sports, keep our football match, keep our cricket match, keep our netball match, our basketball match, keep our sports day, keep our match pass. Make your own independence in the community. Positive.
Yeah.
Not parties. Yes.
Well, they have encouraged a day of national prayer and reflection. So pray. Maybe we don't pray enough as a nation. I don't know. That's the alternative that has been offered on the Day of Independence, a national day of prayer.
Let me tell you this. Is that? Let me tell you this, brother. And I put out the country at here. Country before party.
Yeah.
When a former person in this country, high-figure person in this country, say this country needs prayers, we need to pray for this country often. That person was a commissioner of police. They come down. They say, God help those who help themselves. They say, where's the crime plan? Where's the plan? What prayers you speaking about?
Right.
Okay? And next commissioner come and say, pray. You know, they support it now. That is the seat for this country. I want to tell this country. This is why we're going down the drain, way. This is why we're going down the way we're going down. You know. That's why today I have saying, keep Independence Day. I have saying no because like this them party politics, UNC, Indian and African. Because as I told you before, a commissioner tells us to pray. We get kicks off her she. We laugh off her. We actually, if she's a pastor and not a police, but the Punisher commissioner come and say pray. We keep our big prayers in the savannah without a gospel. We really come from and she keeps a private. From all the big high-profile ministers went up there. And if you hear them, when they interview them, the nation need prayers. And if you listen to them 6 months ago, 7 months ago, they was coming down on the same person. But we started this morning. Let me go from here.
All right, Kingsley. Blessings, man. Yeah. Good morning, brother.
Yeah. Watch me. You see why already saying that we should look for a third party from now. So the next time with the election, we have an alternative if the parties again left. You see, because Sekopan and them does support anything, and that is bad for the country. Watch, for you see me, no party having me in the pocket.
Yeah.
I voting for whoever I feel could do something beneficial for the country. In this case, I vote for UNC because I feel it was a better option. And as a matter of fact, I didn't have a choice because it's a two parties. So you vote to suit.
Yeah.
that is what we had to come out from. For it, you remember a time a man say that they had to call a state of emergency because they will make 1990 look like a tea party.
Yeah, I remember that statement.
Nothing ever come out of that.
Yeah.
If the security system have intelligence, right? Why they not putting things into action, have some kind of sting or something? You making a handful of bandits cause the country not to celebrate their birth because to me, like the bandits within the war. To me, so then what will happen now? They go come up with security thing again, no Panama. Come up with security thing again, no Carnival. And it just go on and on. And what is the guarantee that next year when are the same thing again? To be honest with you, Farid, the security system, to me right now, don't know that the eye from the elbow. That's how I see it. Because with them doing that, it make no sense to me. None at all. I respect people with their views, but this is my view.
Yeah.
And I standing by what I see.
Yeah, man.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much for your view. Blessings. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, man. Morning. Welcome.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, man. Good.
And God, alive, you and I up. But you know, it's surprising to hear that one just now and then and Kingsley. And a man tell you it's a two-party. In America, it's two parties. But you see what we fail to realize? Every party have a right side and a left side. You know that, right? The Democrats have a right and the Democrats have a left. The Republicans have a right and they have a left. I might be in the party, but I could share different views. That doesn't mean I ain't supporting the party. So by supporting our party because you tell yourself, I think a vote for me, I have to go there. Now you're telling me I can't celebrate independence and the crime plan. But state of emergency was not their crime plan. They said that to us. They said to us there is no threat against no parliamentarians. That's what the commissioner of police said. The attorney general said to us, he stopped a man from blowing up. The attorney general office with a missile. And a few weeks ago, they lock up a man with a high-powered rifle. But, you know, life is strange. I could remember the first murder underneath the People's Partnership happening in Carapo. And the man that they take from the prison by Piaco up there and carried down section, he was the man that was running the thing in Carapo. The first minister show up there was Annie Roberts. So I have a saying, not me. Long time people used to say, when you play with pups, you get bitten by fleas.
Yeah.
So,
wait, you saying the first murder that
happened under the People's Partnership happened in Carapo.
You sure? You sure you pay attention to that?
I say, yeah, I'm saying I don't come here and talk. What
was the circumstances? Was gang related or some kind?
I didn't want to go all day.
Well, I mean,
just pointing out to you. If you didn't believe me and you're questioning what I say, just look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, for your statement to have value, right?
It has value.
It has to make sense.
Explain it.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. I am just dealing with what I remembered. If you doubt what I'm saying and you want to counteract what I say, look on YouTube and when I hang up, you can say what I'm saying in you. That's all.
Right, but
you just look it up on YouTube and I don't because you have a computer in front of you. So may I continue my...
For you to draw that that connection, then you would have to do a little bit more than just...
I don't have to do that. Is you doubting me?
No. If you want to come this morning on this program... to draw that connection.
The issue on this program, on this particular radio station, is that the views of the PNM is not allowed here anymore. Tell me that.
No,
just tell me that.
Propaganda.
Tell me you don't want PNM people to call.
No, propaganda and insinuation.
That is the problem.
Is not
everybody else encouraged. The people that support the party in power could say almost anything. But anytime you point out the flaws of this administration, you start to spread propaganda.
Not at all.
I just tell you, if you want to say that it's propaganda I'm spreading, you have a computer in front of you, look it up and say what am I saying. I just look it up, and that ain't so.
Nah, if you want to call with that type of insinuation, then you need to draw a better connection.
If you don't want,
there's a first for everything. If you're going to call and draw an insinuation that a minister is the first person to go to support after a murder, after the first murder, then you have to at least substantiate what you're saying in a better way. All right? I'm not going to tolerate that. All right? Blessings. Good morning, brother.
Assalamu alaikum, my beloved brother.
Wa alaikum salam.
That last call I will call there. I wonder if you remember when UNC was begging PNM to call ISOE. He talking about UNC do that and that. Let me be fair now, boy. Let me be fair. When the man was begging, Dr. Rada call you and he said he don't need to call ISOE to control crime here and blah blah blah. But all you have amnesia or something about what you talking about. The last government never talk about SOE. Since then opposition they've been talking about ISOE.
If it's one thing, we try our best to be fair. There's a PNM. Why you wouldn't stop to hear what Fuad asking you? Yeah.
You're going on and on about party thing and da 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 da. I'm sure you didn't talk so when Rowley was oppressing the people.
I don't have any problem with anybody. I have no problem with anybody expressing a view. But if you're going to insinuate that a minister is the first person to go when whoever from Karaput, if you're going to go to that length, you have to explain what you're saying properly. Otherwise, that level of propaganda, that level of connection that you're trying to draw, don't draw it here. If you're coming to speak about a general topic and you want to say, listen, you disagree with because of this reason and that reason, I don't have a problem with that at all. For a matter of fact, I myself, I am skeptical about our security apparatus in my country. That is, I have that reservation. I might believe the Prime Minister, you know, but I worried about what people telling her.
And besides that, let me say, all right, there's to keep the parade, and something really serious is to happen. You know, the same PNM go jump and say, but then know the country, and they still decide to put everybody at risk, and blah, 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 blah. Let us set up politics, or let's remove the curtain from politics to reality now, man.
Yeah.
Or let's remove that curtain from all your face.
As a prudent, I'm saying as a prudent
national threat.
As a prudent government,
the security forces can't be in one place.
Yeah,
it's obvious that is our strategy to disrupt the nation with everybody in one place.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But everything is a politics thing. All they use little logic by the time now, boy. You know, the PNM didn't see the logic. Then I just see the logic when Rowley moved everybody to post church young to run things. But the black people there in the party were educated. They pick short young, he says short young is the best. And all they hear talking about Lake Bottom and Indian Prime Minister. Rowley went in there a couple of months ago. Who just said he didn't organize with the Indian Prime Minister to come down here, but election call, government change, we can't tell the man not to come. All they use all they hear now, boy.
Yeah. Let's stick to the topic. Thank you very much, brother. Blessings.
Blessed, brother.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Yeah. Let us understand what is taking place. Let us understand the reasons that have been given. And I'm saying that I question what the security apparatus is supposedly putting forward to our government, because they are the ones who are collecting this so-called intelligence. And I would like my government to be extremely cautious about the information that is coming from our security apparatus. And I'm also stating that the information that they are bringing, it should result in certain things, because if they know beforehand certain critical information, then in response to that information, we should be also seeing certain things done within our country and certain people being removed and arrested and charged, etc. So that's all I say, you know, because I personally personally, I have a level of skepticism about our security intelligence. That's what I'm saying personally. And for us to make these serious considerations and changes, the information has to be good, has to be supported. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, I'm Father Bugata.
Yeah, man, morning, welcome.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, board. And on the program done already, that take care of it from the proper work communication is a serious matter. Now, this independence talk that I hear, this is the first morning I hear, because I hear some after it probably last week or so, but this is what I already hear this morning. And for me, as a Trinidadian, typical incident, Trinidad should be going in. And as a people who came out from where we came out from, we having our independence as a mark from colonialism, I stated the same thing that if to talk about the fireworks, all right, I satisfy with it. Because at least I in my mind saying, well, some money needs to be held back to run the country, and we say that at least the money is very small already. So, okay, I'm talking with that. The independence full way. That is our independence. That is something for the whole country. And as a matter of fact, you got to go back to the times when independence was happening. There was a raising of people in Trinidad and Tobago didn't like that. And I want to believe that if they carry on that attitude now, to ban that, and they are in power more or less that raising of people, it will make upset the country to the people who benefit, who even so benefit with independence from colonialism. So either way or you like it. And in this country, the crime is not about that. I saw the Pagua go on. I saw the Hussein go on. I saw the other day when they had it Labor Day. It was big and powerful. It went on. It had things that going on. But then to ban independence, that is a lash on plenty of us people who come out from colonialism. And I stated, not a matter of PNM and UNC, somebody has to catch this type of stupidity. And I say it is a stupidity. It have a lot of big bacchanal that going on Saturday night, Friday night, or Friday. Nobody about that. This is a stupidity business. Every concern about the revenue, the thing, okay. We understand what fireworks is. You see the parade? It has certain things in this country. It's not to be interfered with. I don't care what it is. And I don't even so believe no security something in this. Security being used.
Yeah.
I'm going to close today.
Yeah.
The security is being used. According to some people, these two people on top of they're not too powerful for UNC. So security is being used. All right, I close that day. What all you want to say because it's the truth.
Yeah. Thank you very much, you man. Yeah. So so Prezi is saying that he thinks security reasons are being used, right? And I don't know, because if not security reasons, why cancel the parade? We're trying to wrap our heads around the entire issue. I have some skepticism. I have some skepticism about this advice from security experts. I can't help it. That's just me. Morning again, Mr. West.
Yeah, good morning. I realize that he who asserts must prove. You don't have to go and when somebody says something, they must support that evidence and facts.
Yeah.
And when you're going to argue, you're going to take a position, and you have your arguments. And those arguments that you put forward must be supported by facts and evidence. And I think that some people have been calling the radio for too long not to have learned that, right? And telling people they go and look for facts, you go and look this and that. When you come, if you want to be convincing and compelling and you want to have cogent arguments that people are going to listen to, I listen to your program and you have callers who do that.
Yeah. Mr. West, furthermore, he wants to put something in the public space that is not just parlor talk. He putting it forward, and it is a serious damning statement he's trying to make, you know. He's trying to connect a minister to the first murder that happened after. I'm not going to tolerate that level. That's too far.
The thing about it is that they don't care, you know, and what they're about, as I told you already, this is why over the last 10 years, radio, talk show, or programs and the newspaper degenerated to nothing more than a total mess, you know, a whole mess. The fact remains is that some people people belonging to a particular organization, all they're about is mischief. All they're about is propaganda. That is what they're about. And I'm saying it's time to move. You have a country to build. I don't know any country that was built on propaganda and mischief. It was built on seriousness. It was built on people with ideas.
Yeah.
It was built on people, thinking people.
Yeah.
This is how you're going to build a country. And all you're going to do is to drag this country further down. So, partner, you wake up. You've been you're on the air for more than 10 years, more than a decade. And I expect that you would change your approach, all in the interest of national development.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And he's more than welcome, and anybody's more than welcome to advance a point that makes sense, contrary to any view that I may have. I have the liberty of skepticism, right? I could say in my mind now, I don't really trust these security experts, etc. But I don't know all of the facts. I don't know exactly what is being given to the Prime Minister, Minister of Defense, Homeland Security, etc. I don't know. I could express, I have that liberty in the seat that I sit on, where I don't have that responsibility. But then the Prime Minister has the responsibility with this new government, with this new Commissioner of Police, with this state entity and all of the security experts and advice. She has a decision to make based on what they tell her. And she has to weigh up in her mind trust. And she may err on the side of caution now. And if what is being told is not substantiated by activity by the national security mechanism, then she will realize that it is either gross incompetence or mischief. But she has to determine if making these tremendous changes makes sense or not. She has that call to make, and it's challenging, and it has repercussions with the public. And I'm saying that it's easy for me on 91.9 FM to say, I ain't sure, you know. But it certainly would not be easy for those people in that position of responsibility. I could hide if I come here and I say we should have the parade, and then they have a parade and something happens. I could hide. That is not my responsibility. But the Prime Minister and the Minister of Homeland and the Minister of Defense or whoever else, they can't hide. They have to take responsibility. So understand what is taking place. Understand how challenging it could be. And we also advance to our leaders, understand how important this may be to some of us. It might be so important to me at this point in time, but it would be important to other members of our society, other members of our country, to the security services, understand how important it is for us to get a hold of whatever problem exists and understand that this is not something to speak about lightly. And trust. Again, we go down to the issue of underlying all of what is being done and the response of the population is this issue of trust. And whether we really could trust, or we really trust those people who are bringing the information. And then obviously some of us even have problems with the politicians who govern and then share this information with us and make decisions based on that information. We have issues of trust. We have issues of trust. It is clear and it is evident. Some of us, we underline our trust based on political patronage. I don't do that. I listen carefully to the issue. I listen to what is advanced by national security and what is then communicated by the government, the politician. And I look on at what is being done. I try to weigh up capacity, the individuals they're speaking about. I look for the follow-up. Okay, between this period and independence, if there's still such a major threat, I look in to see who are those major threats. What is this major threat that is being dealt with? I looking for Mr. Biggs. I mean real big people, eh? Not a pack of disorganized individuals frustrated in prison, little resources. You know, them struggling. They don't even have a phone. They had a phone before, which, you know, maybe some of them could have been causing whatever little problems, calling people on the outside. How many people really gonna answer and listen to that, risk their life to do what? For what? All those are the thought patterns that pass through my mind. Because the people who have this responsibility of advising as security experts, I have seen in the past so much mischief being done by those individuals. So it's challenging. Do not envy the difficult position that our leaders have. Understand the concerns that they have. Understand that I don't think anybody would want to just cancel Independence Parade, etc. I don't think they would just want to do that, you know, for personal reasons or whatever in their mind. I think it is a serious consideration because it has serious political backlash and ramifications as well. I think a lot of thought would have gone into it, but I also am paying absolute attention to these security services and what they do in the upcoming weeks to see if really and truly there was this substantiated threat. Alright, so that's all the time we have for today, but it's Monday and we do have the entire week to continue to discuss our issues as a nation and find solutions and an understanding of what is taking place so that we could advance our Trinidad and Tobago that we are so very proud of. Alright, so blessings to everyone. Take care. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing.
2232. Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John
every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
live on the street 919 FM as he talks about IWER, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most